HD SLR Shooters special coverage of NAB 2017. Sponsored by Akidio, Aperture, Adamus, Band Pro, Blackmagic Design, Carl Zeiss, Light in Motion, Manios Digital and Film, Shape, Schneider, Sakonic, and Xylite.
Clint with HD SLR Shooter here at NAB 2017. We just wrapped the Blackmagic press conference here on Monday, and I'm here with Simon. And Simon, we had a major update to DaVinci Resolve. Talk a little bit about it today.
Yeah, we do. Thank you, Clint. We just announced DaVinci Resolve 14 here in our press conference at NAB. DaVinci Resolve 14 is not really an incremental update to Resolve. It's a huge leap forward. We're talking about significant changes here in workflow for post-production. One of the main things is Resolve is now quicker, and it's hugely quicker. We're talking 10 times faster as an application to use. Now, how we've done that is we've changed the way that we deal with the threading with CPUs and GPUs. We're taking advantage of latest technology within computers, but rather than processes being linear, we're now multiple threading through the whole pipeline of the engine of computers. So we're taking full advantage of latest technology. From a user's perspective, that makes it 10 times faster to use. So when you're opening video files or when you're playing back things like H.264, which is, you know, that's a really kind of intensive, heavy-duty codec to decode when you're working with it. But it just makes it so much quicker to use. One of the things that is huge about DaVinci Resolve 14 is the integration of Fairlight audio. So you may recall that back in September of 2016, Blackmagic Design acquired Fairlight. Now, Fairlight is audio for film and television. Okay, so rather than music industry stuff, this is specific to film and video TV production. So we've incorporated all of the Fairlight audio engine into DaVinci Resolve 14. So it means that now you can be on the edit page of Resolve and construct your edit, which is open in the background here on the machine that we're looking at. You could then click and go into grading that shot, and we've got the DaVinci Resolve mini panel here, so we can see that we can start to grade it, but we've got complete hardware control of our grading process. And then I'm one further click away to being completely within an audio post-production tool set, which could be, you know, editing, finessing, dropping plugins onto audio up to 1,000 tracks within DaVinci Resolve 14. So you've got edit, you've got color correction, you've got Fairlight, all within one application, and to move between them is just one click.
Now that's amazing, because other applications require you to go into another application to access any type of audio. This is all within Resolve, no separate application, right?
And that's the major thing. You know, right now you'd lock down your edit, you'd finish that, and then it would be about moving that into an audio suite for the audio to take place. Now that's okay, but what happens when you want to change the edit? What happens when somebody comes back and says, oh, we need to tighten this up, or I don't like that shot, or replace this? All of a sudden it's got to go back into edit, comes back into audio, and the whole thing is about transitioning projects from one application to another. And I think that ability to do it literally with a single click is going to revolutionize the way people work in post facilities. What's awesome about that as well is we've worked on some great collaboration tools. So you could actually now have the audio engineer, the colorist, and you could have the editor all working on the same project at the same time, independently. And then what happens with the collaboration tools, they get a feature called Compare Timeline, where they can see the changes that have been made from one timeline to the next and choose to accept those or review those or whatever they want to do.
We've had editorial features in DaVinci now for about a year, so this really transforms it and makes it a complete production suite from start to finish.
If you're working as an individual, you know, if you're just an independent filmmaker and, you know, you just want to tidy up the audio on your project, then yeah, you're going to have that in the software version of Resolve, and you can go ahead and just start to play with that straight away. In a facility, in a larger facility, you might have dedicated editing suites, color correction suites, audio suites, and of course we've got the big Fairlight audio consoles on the other side of the booth here at NAB. So you can see how this all pieces together in a post-production facility, but it's all based around a single application and being able to collaborate in that post-production workflow.
I understand that we're going dongle-less for DaVinci Resolve.
Yeah, absolutely right, Clint. You will no longer need your dongle for DaVinci Resolve. It's going to go to a license key, and that's great because you might be working on your laptop, and that's really frustrating when you go, oh, where's my dongle? I forgot that. That's the worst possible thing, and it just makes it more flexible and easy for people to license their systems. So yeah, that's another change with DaVinci Resolve 14.
Excellent. Now, there's a beta version that's free right now, right?
There's a public beta that goes out this morning. That's available to download right now and start to use today.
People want to find out more. They want to get to use these tools right now. They should go to the website, right?
Yeah, absolutely. If you go to the blackmagicdesign.com website today, you can download the public beta of DaVinci Resolve 14. That's got all of these tools in there, so you can get the Fairlight audio straight away, and you can start to play with that by downloading it straight away.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Simon.
Thanks, Clint.
HD SLR Shooters special coverage of NAB 2017. Sponsored by Akidio, Aperture, Adamus, Band Pro, Blackmagic Design, Carl Zeiss, Light and Motion, Manios Digital and Film, Shape, Schneider, Sakonic, and Xylite.